Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Dickerson trying the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Moon. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Moon. He gets it to Thomas. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. A play fake. Now Moon. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's Moon. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, Moon. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Now Moon. Thomas has got it. Complete. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive. Moon to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Brown. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll give it here to Brown. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, here's Moon. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game is crucial.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Vic readies to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Vic. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Vic now. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now here's Vic. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Runs through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Back to throw. Moon. That is caught. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Moon. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Thomas yet again complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Moon. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive advantage. Well done.
Moon. And he's got it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. An inside give, Brown. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.